You're dialed into the show that You're dialed into the show that informs, entertains, inspires, and promotes all things that go left. Welcome to Late Model Monday, the weekly show to stay in the know about asphalt late models here in the Pacific Northwest. Tonight's show is brought to you by Miller Kitchen and Bath, Bailey General Contractors, and by Myers Floor Covers, Welch's Gun Shop, Flaming Pig Barbecue, and by the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval and the Leonard Evans Used Car Superstore, and by the great folks at Product41.com, McKinney Glass of Yakima, Atomic Screen Printing, and BLG, Blue Line Graphics. Be unique, stand out, and get noticed. www.blg.blue. And now, back to your horsepower and performance hosts, Terry Bridges and the Load, Jeff Eady. Oh, what is going on, racers? Welcome to another edition of Late Model Monday. I'm your horsepower performance host, Terry Bridges. Sitting beside me, my main man, the Loader, Mr. Jeffrey Eden. What is going on, Loader?
Do not drink Corona, drink Pacifico if you have to.
Love this. We are back for another teaser edition of Late Model Monday. What we've been trying to do, this was Loader's idea, and we decided, hey, these first couple teasers, we're going to have one more next week, and we wanted to get the promoters on, because we kind of don't give them the love they deserve during the season. So tonight, our guests are the great Greg Walden and the awesome, the standout, the unique Mr. Matt Alexander from State Line Speedway. We're going to be talking to them about what's coming up, what's going on. Yeah, we're going to get the lowdown from all these cats, and it's going to be pretty cool. Hey, you've had a rough weekend, man. I mean, everything going okay?
Yeah, as well as it can be expected.
Loader's mother-in-law, bless her heart, has cancer, and it's kind of on the.
It's advancing.
Yes.
And she spent last Wednesday. She was in the hospital. She don't even remember the day, even anything about it. And actually, we figured it. We didn't figure she'd see her on Thursday. To be honest with you.
Wow, man, that's a bummer.
So she's back in her assisted living, which is now in lockdown. The saving grace is that, being that she is on hospice, the hospice is in charge of her care, and that she's in what they call a life-threatening deal. We can have one person at a time can be in the room with her. So
wow.
We actually had two in there the other day. So
Jeffrey Roberti, what's going on, my brother? Jeffrey Roberti's a wheel man. I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you. That boy can wheel.
Yes, Ren, that is it. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say NASCAR with this coronavirus stuff. Hey, Loader, let me ask you this. Yes, it is a cramp in our style. Yes, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, I'm really sad because they closed the gym. But you know what?
You can go mow your lawn.
Yeah, absolutely, because it needs it. But, we could look at this two ways. We could gripe and bitch about, everything that's going on and how lousy it is, how rotten it is. Or we can choose to find the positive, and at least they're trying to help folks out. They're trying to give businesses some money to help them out. I know it's not good either way, but, that's the blessing. At least, they've suspended people that can't pay so their rent can stay. There's always a silver lining in it if we choose to look for it. So I think rather than beating up everybody and, everybody's trying to deal with this in the best way they know how.
Yeah, and that's all we can do.
That is all we can do.
At this point in time. I mean, I don't know.
What up, Rusty? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I just think it's something that
Mr. Hunter.
What did John Burry say today? He said when we do it beforehand, it seems way extreme. But when we do it afterwards, it's inadequate. So.
Oh, Mr. Hunter, love you, man.
One shoe is in the house, baby. But yeah. So I mean, it's really cool. Hey, Ren, got you, man. But remember, we're Late Model Monday on Mondays. Bring that stuff on Wednesday, and we're gonna be all over it.
It's all right, Ren. I'm a drag race fan too, so we'll take care of you.
Yeah. Oh, is he a drag? And it's shut down till May 3rd. Oh, 3rd. Yeah. And NASCAR till May 3rd, I heard.
Yeah, Martinsville.
That's
good. That's ready to watch Martinsville anyway.
Yeah. How about this one? How about the Bush bounty? Up to $100,000. Now, I heard you say it's not good for the sport.
I don't think it is. I think that the first deal with what Harvick did was more of a let's have some fun with this, and then it's gotten into the.
Well, and I just heard from Brent Meyer that there's a bounty on Ty Majeski too. I don't know how much it is, but he must be winning some. Anytime you get a bounty put on your head, you're winning some races.
I don't know. One of the Bush drivers, I can't remember. I was going to remember that too. Kind of cried. He was no thing to do, so they went out on his motorcycle. They went motocrossing, and he broke both his legs. He did.
I mean, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing about because we just talked about on the show. Should racers be allowed to do stuff in the off season? It's not even the off season, is it?
Yeah, and Ren, I don't quite understand that one either.
Yeah, that's dumb. Hey, Mr. Walden.
I mean,
what's up, Coach?
Unless there's something, if there's some underlying thing there that, and maybe it's a smart choice. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, everybody's asking me. Agni Howell asked me. He says, "Hey, do you think we're going to get Yakima in?" I'm going to say at this point, no. I mean, it could happen.
Well, the thing of it is this whole deal was started out as a 2-week thing, and then we was, a week. I don't know.
I know what you mean, Jeff.
I don't know how to put it.
Yes.
But
let me put it to you this way. What about, did you hear today? They had everybody saying, well, if you're young or you don't have any underlying system or, symptoms or underlying problems, you're probably okay. But there's a 40-year-old doctor that was an ER guy up there in Seattle. He's 40 years old. He's got it, and he's in critical condition.
But he has underlying conditions.
Does he?
Yes, he had respiratory problems.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. Because when I heard that this morning, that caught my attention. I said, you know what? Maybe this deal. What's up, Mike Dooman? Maybe that's just not. Maybe this deal isn't quite as bad as it should be. Oh, this is probably Greg Walden. Oh, what's up, Greg Walden?
Hey, how are you?
I am perfect, man. Hey, everybody.
Hold it.
Okay, go ahead.
You're perfect?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm always perfect. I mean, I don't mean that literally. I just mean that. But here, I want to tell you, everybody, Hermiston Raceway, here's the promoter. This guy is amazing. Greg Walden, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. And the only reason I'd be even partially amazing is because of the team I got behind me.
It takes a team, doesn't it?
It does.
A village.
It does. It takes a bunch of Waldens.
Yes, it does.
And a good group of officials that help us out, and some really dedicated racers and teams. So
absolutely, man. I had the great blessing this afternoon to get to talk to your father.
All right.
Yeah, he sent me a text. He said, "Hey, if you got 5 minutes, give me a call." So I got to talk to your mom and your dad, and
nice.
It was, dude, nice. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they are amazing people. That's all I can tell you.
They are, and we really care for them a lot. And it's
you're not the only one.
Great to do things with them.
Yes, sir, man. You're lucky. You got one whale of a dad. I know that.
Yeah, and a great mom.
Absolutely. She said, "Well, I said, "How are you feeling?" She says, "Well, I'm I'm still up and I'm still able to cook. And I said, well, when you're done cooking, that's when everyone's going to be done with you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's
There
pretty
you go.
cool. That is so awesome. So let's talk about Hermiston Raceway, man. What, man, get us excited. What's going on this season?
Well, we've got a great season lined up with, we've got 4 wing sprint shows. Of course, we got our Labor Day Spectacular, which will be great again, Saturday night and Sunday night there in September. Of course, we've got our opener Saturday Night Thunder, which will be Wesco Wing Sprints, late models, INEX Legends, Streets, Minis, Bombers, Hornets on April 18th. If we all know, if we're allowed to.
Yeah. And, I wanted to ask you, since you're here, so what do you think the odds of the Apple Cup getting in?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, it would have to be a miracle. I know he's doing everything he can do, and I just feel terrible for that, but I don't know.
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I don't want to douse, Doug's efforts and everything, but I just think, like you said, it would be a miracle if I mean, anything can happen. I mean, the Lord can do some amazing things. So who knows? Maybe by the end of March, everything is good and we're on, and it's just. But how do you give that to the racers who are trying to plan a couple weeks ahead? And they got to get their stuff together, and you're kind of thinking, am I ready? Am I not ready?
Well,
exactly.
But it comes down to the first race of the year. Everybody's ready, though.
Oh, it is. The last three days, I mean, everything just change after change after change. That it's like you get blindsided by them because, Friday, the ruling in Oregon State was no more than 250 people at a live event. So we're sitting there going, okay, cool. Well, let's just run 3 separate programs, like a movie would do, just main events only, and see if we can pull it off that way. And no sooner get that figured out, and then it's like, no, now it's only 50 people. Oh, never mind.
Now it's 10.
Yeah, now it's down to 10. So
yeah. And now they moved it out to 10 feet apart too.
Oh, it's 10 now, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well,
because what we'll find. Sorry to interrupt, but I think the states, they'll all follow the CDC, which is 20. Is it? Geez, they're recommending 10, no more than 10 people, and that'll be for 8 weeks. Well, geez, that puts us to mid-May. If that happens. So.
Well, NASCAR went May 3rd.
I saw that.
Is when they're going to do theirs. So I think the Baseball Association they said mid-May at the minimum. And so, I don't know. It's a bummer, but it's best to err on the side of what's safe for everybody. We don't want people getting sick.
No, absolutely not. And imagine, I mean, if you did have somebody that was sickened at your race, I mean, geez, you'd have the CNN truck there with the cameras and everything. I mean, you would be done.
Yeah, see, Duke Johnson gets on there. He's a cage cart guy. He says, my university has gone to online classes for the next month.
Yeah.
So,
you just got to kind of go by that. And, if Major League Baseball's thinking the 15th of May is going to work and NASCAR's thinking the 1st of May, I think that they probably know a heck of a lot more than I do. And so hopefully this virus, the curve is flat.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be nice if warm weather and sunshine.
There you go.
Problem, because we know that's coming.
And and that's what I was going to say. It's supposed to be 60 at the end of the week. So I mean, if we got lucky and got some, just a little, man, if we could stay in the mid 50s to the 60s until the end of the month, man, that would be.
Yeah.
We might just have her licked. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Greg. My mother-in-law's in assisted living down there in Silverton in Oregon, and they've got it locked down. And really, the only way that we could get in to see her is because she was on hospice care.
Oh yeah.
And that otherwise, there's nobody going in and out of there. The fact is, there was only like 4 people that ever signed in there, and that was because of they were on hospice. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
it's a crazy deal.
it is. But boy, it's just something that's unprecedented. Nothing like this has happened before. And of course, our screen print and embroidery business relies heavily on sports activities, youth activities, and school activities. And gosh, we lost so many of those in just one swoop. It was sickening.
Oh, I bet. I never even thought about that.
I know, right?
It was huge. And then it's just like, okay, we got to see what we're going to look like 12 weeks from now. Don't stare at the problem, stare at how you're going to be 12 weeks later.
Yes,
when this
sir.
is all over, we're going to be fine. But and that's, I'm using 12 weeks as not the optimistic length of time. I believe in China, the Wuhan province, it took them 105 days. Well, that's 10 weeks, I think.
Right. So you're just being real. You're just being realistic, which is fine.
You got to. I mean, I got some optimism too, but everything just varies.
Well, let's put it this way, Greg. It's in the Lord's hands. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, I do. I accept that.
Right?
So.
I mean, if he wants it to happen and things are going to go and our lesson's been learned. My mom told me something that was really, I thought, kind of profound. And she said, maybe with all of this going down, not only does it help the coronavirus deal, but it helps other bad things like the flu and stuff like that. Maybe people now will take heed and take more seriously the flu and these colds and stuff like that. That maybe they'll wash their hands more. Maybe they'll pay more attention to, making sure stuff's clean and not touching the handles. And when you're in the men's room, wipe your hands and use the rag to open it. Stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe it's a blessing that way.
It might be, and I know that we're always vigilant on that, and in the Walden family, we're very seldom do we get the flu. It's just very rarely. I just think, because we're raised and having a background in the food service business, you're constantly washing your hands.
Exactly.
But you're right. I mean, it's good habits that are probably going to help people out.
Right. There's always a silver lining in any bad thing. We just have to take the time to look for it, I think.
Yep, and it's going to be we're going to kick and scream the whole way through it, because I know I will.
Well, tell us what is new? What can fans expect? What's new? What's going to be really cool? What are you excited about for the start of Hermiston Raceway when it opens up? What have you done anything new to the track? Is it
we had everything scheduled to make the repairs on the backstretch, but when I lost all those orders through Atomic, then I've got to conserve that money to make sure that Atomic survives. But I'm going to still see what I can do to get that done before our opener, and that's the backstretch. There's been just got several pits and pock marks and holes, and we fix it pretty regularly. We wanted to get that done, but we've just got some good races. We're going to try to keep those show going quickly and even quicker than before, because we learned a lot of things at the promoters workshop about how people in today's world look at events, and we can't keep them there for 4 and 5 hours unless it's just a weird night where you have something crazy. But
like the front stretch deal with
somebody hits the power pole and the lights go out and that kind of crap.
Those things. And when you have to cut a driver out,
that was,
and after you roll the third bandolero in a row, and just everything that night was on our Labor Day night was
right. And then you had the heavyweight championship too in the main event.
Well, we did. Yep. And that. Anyway,
with that we'll move on.
It makes for good story points, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Only, what do they say? Only at Hermiston.
I think I've seen something like that at other places.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Hey, but anyway, on our schedule, we do have NSRA wing sprints that'll be back June 27th for the first time in,
Ooh.
gosh, I think it's 30-some years.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
then we got the Speed Tour Modified Series May 2nd. We got 2 Washington Midget Racing Associations. The Tri-States Challenge Series is the Pro Late Model Twin 50s with the Legends and the Junior Lates. We have the Junior Late scheduled twice.
That's awesome, Greg. I think that Junior Late's going to be a good deal, don't you?
We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be safer than a Bandolero because it said I've had enough of Bandoleros, not because they're bad drivers or bad cars, but we just had bad luck with them.
Well, maybe it was telling you it was time to move up and get those Junior Late models in there.
I guess so. But more than anything, when you're dealing with somebody's child, you can't. There's no way I could look a parent or a grandparent in the eye and say, well, yeah, we thought they were safe.
Right.
After knowing that we launched 3 of them.
Right.
Well, what are you thinking with the Tri-State Challenge? Do you like that?
Yeah, I think that'll be different.
Well, tell us, before you go, tell us a little bit about the Tri-State. Who is it? Who's all involved?
We've got State Line and Wenatchee and Hermiston.
Okay.
And we're running the Pro Late rules, and then the Legends also follow. They all have their own point fund for this 3 or 4 race challenge. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it is, if it's 3 races or 4 races. So we have the opener of it on May 30th. And I know most of the tracks, they wanted to go 100 lappers, but 100 lappers on Pro Lates at Hermiston, I'm going to try to do a twin 50 and see if we can pull that up to where we start to, have a complete 50 lapper at the beginning and then one at the end, and then
right,
like golf, the lowest score is the overall night champion or something of that nature. Where your finishing position is accumulated. But anyway, details on that later.
No, but like Loader said, with those juniors that you're bringing in, what are you expecting from that? I'm sure this is like a couple of year, 2, 3, 4, 5 year deal that, it's going to grow each year, but what are your expectations of it this year?
That's a great question. I know Jeremy Anders at Wenatchee was a great promoter of that, and I'm pretty sure Matt Alexander he thought that would be a valid deal. And we're just kind of, if you look at what they're accomplishing at Madera, that's a pretty solid class. So I guess we're just, looking to keep drivers involved or give them a reason to get involved in racing. So honestly, that's more than anything.
Do you know? Did they give you any kind of idea what the car count might be, or?
No, we don't know. But,
okay.
If you pencil it out, there's 10 or 12, but that's pretty optimistic.
Right.
Because the kind of the story is when you say, okay, we're going to start this class, and you got 38 guys that want numbers and everything, and 4 of them show up to your first race. That's just kind of how it goes.
Well, yeah, I would say 6 to 8 the first. I would be ecstatic at 6 to 8.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Loader. That's really closer to reality. Yeah.
And, and that's fine. This is probably a 3 to 5 year plan anyway, right? You can't start something like this and expect to have 5 year numbers in the first year. It'd be great,
right?
But I just don't think it's realistic.
Yeah. Well, we're all racers and optimistic, so we all think we're going to do good. So you know how that goes. It's going to kick butt. So, but no, it can be a good thing. So, also on my schedule, I have the world famous Mr. Dizzy. I've never had him, and then the track hasn't had him in probably 8 or so years. So, and then I have a $5,000 to win late model race, the Atomic Smackdown. We've got the Northwest Figure 8 Series, July 18th, and 12 races. Well, 13, I guess. 13 evenings of racing, and if we lose a couple of them because of the coronavirus, it'll be less than that. But
Man, hey, did I hear a cough?
Uh-oh.
no, yeah, but I think I heard you sneeze. So
What do you think I'm sitting so far away for?
Are we 10 feet?
We're close enough.
We're close enough.
I think you're within real.
Yeah.
And then
within
I'm
range,
drinking Pacifico, not Corona. So
Stephen
There you
Blankenship,
go.
Kerry Huffines, and Tony, Steve Condiff, and Jimmy Z. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Chris
Yeah.
Miner in the house.
All right.
Yeah, dude, we got him going on. Your dad's even in the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
I love this, man. So let me ask you something. What are you most excited about for 2020?
Just the strength of the show all the way down that every day. So, and honestly, what's been nice is I think every track out there's got a good looking schedule. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It looks to me like race fans are going to be in for a treat at every venue. Jeremy's got a really good looking schedule, and so does Matt, and so does Yakima. So it's like now we're just all waiting to get rolling.
So let me ask you. So I hear, Matt's got one, Jeremy's got one, Hermison's got one. Whatever. What about Evergreen? How come how come Evergreen isn't kind of included in this?
As far as that, as far as the Tri-State Challenge Series goes,
Those are the tracks that are in it. Okay, I got you.
they're the tracks that are in it, and it's basically our local prolates, or in our case, our local late models that'll be running the prolate rules, and it's just kind of a local track type deal. Where Evergreen, they've got their own deal. I guess they could be in it in the future, and who knows, how it'll go, or where we'll end up. Maybe there will be a big prolate race. We don't know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, me, I prefer the super late, but the prolates put on a good show at many of the tracks.
Well,
Not so good at,
go
not
ahead.
so good at ours just because the track is worn out, but they still drive really good, and when that track's completely repaved, the prolates will probably put on a really good show.
Well, check this out, Greg. Chris Miner says Walden family # amazing people.
Well, thank you.
And Tina Marie Moran says excited about the junior lates.
Yep.
So there's a lot of people that I for one am a huge fan of that junior late thing. I think the one down at Kern County or is it Kern or Madera?
Madera.
That guy down there has from what I understand, he's like the king of junior lates, and he's done a whale of a job getting them on TV and getting them some serious pub. So it's just super cool to see all this kind of coming together around here.
Yeah, Kenny Shepard that runs the track down there. I've never met him.
I haven't either.
He used to race in the Southwest Tour, but he really puts on a good show. He gets it on TV. The track always looks perfect on TV. It's got great signage. It's all the things when you look at that, you go, that's what I want to look like,
Well, your place is pretty awesome, man. Don't kid yourself.
Well, I know, but you look at that and you go, that looks great. Just like Wenatchee looks fantastic. And the track there is just gorgeous. And,
well, what I'm excited about is Doug Betterall said they've made a whole bunch of improvements at Yakima. I'm really excited to see what he's got going on. It sounds like he's made some improvements in his food vending, and he said the bathrooms are. I'm just really excited to see what the racetrack looks like.
Yeah, he has.
With all that there.
I haven't been up there to see the improvements, but I know I think he just works his rear end off trying to make sure that that the fans have a good experience there too. So I think we've got some good track operators, promoters, and some good events lined up at all the tracks here in the Northwest, for that matter. So
You know what, Greg? And I'm here to tell you, too, I would venture to say that I would take any of our racers around here in the Northwest. I'd put them up against anybody.
Oh, they're good, yeah.
Yes, they are.
They are. There's some talent and some great crew people, some car builders that are really good. It's just I got to agree with you. Yeah, they're top notch.
Absolutely, there. And we got some really good. I think we've got a really good group of race fans too. I mean,
yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to come back with that. We do. We have a great bunch of race fans that are they're loyal, they're dedicated, and I can't think of anything better than going to a race. Really, I mean that's what we all need right now.
Yes, it is what we need right.
But also too, when you guys stepped in and started revitalizing Hermiston, you had a group there that was hungry. They hadn't had it, so they show great support. I love it.
I know, man. You look at your stands, and it's like you got to be just getting goosebumps because, man, the place has been full, and oh my goodness,
it has been great. But I'm always my worst critic, so I'm up there going, God, we can get like 20 more people up here. So
I still like the night when you went out and you was in that the late model, and your flag guy kept giving you the move over flag.
Yeah. That was awesome.
And what, Walden wouldn't move over?
He wouldn't move. He was the only one on the track.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
That's a racer. Yeah. I didn't see it.
Well, Greg, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be on the show. You gotta know, all of us here at Late Model Monday, man, we love Hermiston. We love the Waldens. We love everything you do, man. So if there's anything that we can do to help you get where you need to be, all you need to do is let us know.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate you, Terry and Loader. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work, and we'll be talking to you later.
Right on, Greg. Love you, man.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Greg Walden, what an amazing guy, right? Just like his papa. Hermiston is a great place. We love it. It is. It is. I'm traveling more this season, says Sandy Allen. You know what, Sandy? My camera broke. I had the same one as you, and my camera's junk. I got to get a new one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, back when I was going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
When you were talking about Brett Moffitt from the truck series was riding his motocross bike and broke both his legs.
Can you believe that?
Out 6 to 8 weeks.
That's why racers aren't allowed to do anything in the off season. We talked about that on a couple Wednesdays ago. Should racers be able to do stuff in the off season? I say no. Hey, at 35 after the hour, we got Matt Alexander. Don't go anywhere. We got him coming in. He's from State Line. He's going to be telling us all about it. We'll be right back after we hear something from C High Performance. If you're serious about racing, you're constantly looking for an edge. A tenth here, a pound there. It's a nonstop pursuit to find a quicker way around the racetrack. C High Performance believes to beat the racetrack, you must become the racetrack. And that is the thought process behind all of their innovative speed products. From their line of Superfly bodies and wings to the latest dual-disc center vane Super Brake, it's all about finding a quicker way around the racetrack. With 45 years of innovation, C High Performance is dedicated to helping racers of all skill levels find an edge. Whether it's horsepower tuning, chassis dialing, or tire science, it's their commitment to innovation that sets them apart from the rest. Innovation is not what is, it's always been about what can be. So be all you can be with the integrity, innovation, and inspiration of C High Performance. Shop online 24/7 at chighperformance.com. We're back. 35 after the hour, Matt Alexander going to be calling us from State Line Speedway. You haven't been.
I have not been.
Wow. Kevin Bedoin, what's going on?
There he is.
There he is.
Efficient.
The man, the legend, the only Matt Alexander. What's going on, brother man?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing awesome, dude.
Good.
So how you been, first of all?
Good. Good. Just preparing for the season.
I seen your
Fingers
little
crossed.
test session there on Sunday.
Don't he sound like Tomasovich?
He said, I was watching his video Sunday.
He sounds like Bear, dude. Just listen to him. Talk some more, Matt.
Yeah, so we had the Grind Hard Plumbing guys out there testing and tuning their contraptions.
That's what I was going to say. Them looked a little... I couldn't quite know what to call them.
Matt, you need to go back and listen to a couple of our shows. We had a guy on Wednesday night named Bear Tomasovich. You sound exactly like Bear.
Is that a good thing?
That's a great thing. Yeah, he's a promoter just like you, and he's amazing. Check him out. You won't believe it. You know what I'm saying, Jeff? Yeah. Landon Edwards, what are you doing, man? What's going on? So, man, tell us what's going on at State Line.
Well, try to keep everything positive. Hopefully, racing in a month.
Right? What do you think? Okay, let me ask you your personal opinion on the Apple Cup. Are we going to get it in, or is it going to be later on?
I'm going with NASCAR's prediction.
May 3rd, or in May.
Sometime in May.
Yep. You know, I've always said it's almost stupid for us around here to schedule anything in April anyway.
Well, and that's kind of why we shortened our April season. The first, God, I mean, we had 7 rainouts last year, so I mean, yeah, 2 or 3 of those were in April.
Wow, yeah. I mean, you know, remember, Jeff, when we were doing our dirt stuff at Willamette, they would have stuff. Sometimes they would try it at end of March or stuff. You know, it was like we would always go, you know, why are they doing that? We're not going to get it in. I mean, you're almost rested. I mean, maybe for you guys over East, April's okay, right? I mean, you guys have more of a chance than we have over here.
Yeah, we have more of a chance for snow.
God, I hope that's over with.
Hey, by the way, how's Luke doing?
Good.
Is he tuning in tonight? Did you let him know?
Probably not.
He said, I don't want my boss listening in. So what's new at State Line? Tell us what are we going to be excited about this year?
We're just racing in general. I think everybody just needs a little bit of something. So, we had a phenomenal car count last year, and just hoping that we keep the momentum going, keeping the racers coming, the fans coming. We're doing still with NASCAR. We'll still be NASCAR sanctioned. Still waiting to find out who our weekly sponsor is going to be from NASCAR. They put that on hold along with their racing. So I still don't know.
Wow, interesting. So now I know you guys are now NASCAR sanctioned, as is Evergreen, right? You guys are the only two in the Northwest that are NASCAR sanctioned. Is that a correct assumption?
Well, I mean, down south, I think Meridian and Magic Valley are both NASCAR sanctioned.
Okay, cool.
So all the racetracks in Idaho are NASCAR sanctioned.
Wow. So let me ask you. So as a track, so people know, you guys actually pay to be NASCAR sanctioned. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
A lot of money too.
Todd Havens, what's going on? Yeah, man. He says it's a long winter, hoping for good things. No kidding. So now, when I was there last time, you guys had all the cool stores up top, right? You had like where the T-shirts and all the watches were.
Yep.
You had the snack, you had a snack shack up there, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Now, you said you were getting rid of all that and you're going to do some new stuff. Did that all get done?
No. Our contact that we had with getting the back hill built, had other plans to use the dirt, so that our dirt contact kind of fell through and got put on hold. So as of right now, it's all still the same. We're making other improvements in and around the facility.
All the stadium seats got put in, though, right?
Not yet. We're still waiting to find a good powder coater.
Okay. Well, hey, Todd Havens told me to ask Matt how he liked driving the go-karts in the snow yesterday.
Those weren't go-karts. Those are like, I mean, it was insane.
Was it?
The video was funny. I just cracking up.
I didn't see it. So
one is a Barbie Jeep, and the other one is a little Chevy Camaro Power Wheel.
My Lord. So what were you in?
I was in nothing. I was in my van that was nice and warm.
I love it.
Like Keith Marshall said, he'll trade TP for races.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point.
Isn't it though?
I went home on my way home from work. I stopped by just to get your daily essentials, and there was none.
My wife did too. She said I was even looking for paper towels, and there weren't any.
Yep. Yeah. The store managers and security were passing out paper towels and baby wipes.
Wow. So, Matt, I want to tell everybody. So when I went down there, and I'm just going to ask if this is still going on. So one of the coolest things that I thought when I went to State Line and we were talking was that you guys kind of do things differently. I mean, you can buy a season pass, right, for the pit guys, and you can buy a season pass for the drivers. That's correct, right?
Correct.
And so that ends up actually being cheaper than if you were going to go race per race. Is that a correct assumption, or is that wrong?
Yep, absolutely.
So, and then with that payment, or even with that entry, you feed them, right? All the crew guys get a meal ticket.
Not crew guys, drivers only.
Okay.
Yep. We feed any driver that comes to the track.
Wow. And let me just say, the night I was there, it wasn't, you say, oh yeah, they feed them, but no, it's not like a hot dog and fries. I mean, it's like Swiss steak and mashed potatoes, and I mean, it's a good meal.
Filet mignon, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, dude, that's so awesome. That continues on this year, correct?
Correct.
Oh man,
I love the watches.
I know.
I mean, so we changed up our awards banquet a little bit and gave out some steel fabricated, powder coated awards. You can call them trophies, but we changed it up a little. The outsiders really do care and like the watches. A lot of our locals that come to every race and they were kind of just
they were getting tiring of them.
They were getting tired. Once you get a watch, you get a watch, and that was kind of our feeling about a trophy. Once you get a trophy, you got a trophy. Let's change it up. So this year we're trying to think about something new to change it up to. Not sure exactly what we're going to do yet.
Yeah, do you have a few things that maybe we could throw out here as options to see what people think?
I think he's trying to keep it.
I would love the people to tell me what they think.
Hey, so you hear that? So Matt Alexander wants to know, other than a trophy or a watch, and let's not get stupid here. We got to be realistic. What would you guys like to see as, instead of a trophy or a watch for winning? What would be good to you?
Matt, I think I got you a deal here.
Yeah.
Keith Marshall says he'll give you a pack of TP for an hour of practice.
So toilet paper for trophies.
Hey, that might be
that might work too.
If I can hold a race this weekend, I think I still have toilet paper left over.
Travis Hilty said the banquet was a blast.
Yeah, we had a great time. I think it's one of the largest banquets State Line's had, probably in, I've been there 8-9 years now, so probably about seven years going on.
Wow.
Todd says cash is fine.
And Jaden Walbridge says a set of tires.
Yeah, see, look at that. I'd rather give out a trophy now. You're getting too pricey.
Maybe a roll of toilet paper for a trophy. That might be what it comes down to.
I mean that roll of toilet paper in might be worth more than a set of tires.
Yeah, you dang right it might be.
Shiny envelopes are nice with crisp bills. Oh, my God.
Man, we opened up the floodgates. Here we go, Matt.
You know what?
Okay, how about this one? Mike Kellogg says a free entry
To the next
event.
We'll see if you already have your driver's membership.
Yeah,
you won't need that free entry.
Yeah, that's true.
Boom, boom. There you go, Mike. You got to come back. A jacket is always cool.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they do in the UAS. They got these cool leather jackets that got the guy's name on the back. And
that's tough to give out that night, though.
Yes, it is.
That's true.
Yes, it is. Winner can give back next week and go for a bigger prize and so on and so on.
So we're at a carnival now.
Kevin, there you go. So Matt's got an answer for everything, I think. I think he's thought this thing through a little bit.
He's spot on.
I have heard of a lot of ideas for replacing the watches from our locals, so yes.
What were you? I mean, do you have anything that you've been thinking about?
Everybody liked our awards from the banquet, so maybe running some of those.
Well, now tell us, because we weren't there, but what were some of the awards at the banquet?
So they were steel fabricated and powder coated black, or had some accent colors like red, blue, and white, with their names on it, their class, more or less like a trophy, just not the plastic trophy.
Right. Who is K&F? Help me out. Why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know. I don't know what you're
The chassis builder over there, over east. Somebody help me. He does. He made some trophies for the.
You mean Chance?
Yeah, Chance Overholt. He made some amazing trophies. I think for the Fall Classic last year, and they were custom fab. They were killer.
Yeah, I think he might have helped Hermiston also do some of theirs.
Yes, so that might be something. I don't know. Yeah. Just not cash, just no entries and no tires.
No, yeah.
Matt says, yeah. Well, what about you? Now, you guys got a, I don't know. We might have to hook up. Maybe I can get him over at the lake cabin and give him a weekend at the lake for a win.
We have a 3-week spring break now, so just mail the keys.
Heck yeah, buddy. That would be 10. How about 10 gallons of fuel? That's $120 from what I hear. It's $10 a gallon or $12 a gallon.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's out. What's up, Rick Terry? Brian Williamson? Alan Tuckness is the one that said 10 gallons of fuel. So you're still taking suggestions, but you're also working yourself towards trying to come up with something, correct?
Correct. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I think everything's on hold / TBD, at least until the 31st of March. Most schools, I mean, I think Spokane counties, they're out of school till April 24th. Well, I mean, if they're out of school that long, I don't foresee how,
Right. Well, hey, how about this one, Matt? Jaden Walbridge said, how about the checkered flag?
See, now we're getting there, man. We're thinking about some checkered flags with and
maybe have all the drivers sign it. Wouldn't that be tight? These were all the dudes I beat.
Yeah, that's more affordable than a set of tires.
Man, yeah, you could do that, right? What's a flag? $25?
Yeah, something.
He said something.
That depends on where you get them. We can't get them from China anymore, so.
Yeah, no.
Maybe India.
They might be in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's stopped. Is Idaho on lockdown too?
No, we're in Idaho. We're okay.
Well, I'm going to say, better watch out. You might want to have a race early this year. Everybody's itching to go racing.
Yeah, well, so it's like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. If we start, we hold an event right now, and the CDC said 10 people or less. Are we going to be the crowd that we get praised, or we get social media destroyed, and CNN or Fox News is sitting on our front doorstep saying you just killed 600 people because you had an event.
That fake news.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah. Anyway, that's like there was some gal in Seattle they had on the news tonight, and they told her that, about shutting it down, and she says, "I'd like to know what Jay's going to do for me now." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "We can't." He says, I go month to month because the building got sold. They raised my rent, and I'm at a point to where I'm month to month. If I lose 2 weeks, I'm done." How many of these businesses are going to be that way? It's crazy. Your heart goes out to them.
Caden Stinger says, have a local make the flags.
Man, if we could find someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, man. So, dude, I mean, I know when I was over there, give us an idea of your, how many hours a day are you actually at the racetrack? Because, I was like just blown away. Because when I got there, it was later on. You were there till it was late, man.
Typically in the off season, I'm there from 8 a.m. till between 5 and 7 at night, and then race season 8 a.m. till whenever the racers allow me to go home.
Wow, dude.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I worked at Woodburn Drag Strip for 6 years, and I did everything.
Yep. It's not for the faint at heart or ones that don't really appreciate what you kind of signed up for.
Well, everybody thinks you swing the gate open and you go. Nobody knows what happens behind the scenes.
There's the golden key.
Yeah, that exactly. Well, how did that track get washed? Well, I don't know. There was somebody come and did it.
It rained and the sun came out.
Yeah, but that's your Wednesday night program. It seems to me that's
pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grown a lot in the last couple of years. So we're hoping we can keep like I said, keep the momentum going. With the Fever 4s, mini stocks, pony stocks, wherever you are and whatever you like to call them. We were averaging 18 cars a race. Roadrunners were up there. We're working really hard on the Bump to Pass group to get them, get their car count back up to what it used to be.
Well, what's the one? What the soccer ball race or the what the heck was it? You got one race what's it called? God, I can't think of it now.
So we do the Garwood Wrecking Roller Derby.
That's it, roller derby.
Dude, so tell us about that. What's that all about?
We have an awesome group of guys that called me in the off season last year and asked if they could build some cars and come out and put on a show.
Wow.
And that's all it took. And every single time they've brought, I think the first time they came out with 15 to 17.
Are you kidding me?
And now everyone after that, they've come out with 20 plus cars.
Holy smokes.
So what's it consisting of?
It consists of if a demo derby had a baby with racing. They literally drive around the track and destroy each other. Our last show last year, we did the last man standing, and there was 27 that took the track, and only one that was still running at the end.
Oh my God!
Wow, that's freaking awesome.
The crowd goes wild too.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, you see the sparks flying and the wheels falling off, and they don't do anything to these cars. They put door iron and T-bars in them, fire extinguishers, and they go out there with headlights still working, airbags deploying, radios still working. So I mean, it's awesome for the non-race fan to get excited about racing.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Dude, that's killer.
I've seen it on the schedule, and I've always wondered what it was. Now I know.
Hey, Matt, I got to tell you, I don't know what you got going the week of August 14th through the 20th. But I want to invite you to come out to Coeur d'Alene Lake and do some water skiing.
Hey, can't we do that in like the 3 weeks we got going right now? No one's working. No one's racing.
You think that water's going to be you're going to want to go water skiing?
There's probably fishing.
You'd rather go fishing than water skiing?
No, we can just go to your cabin and go fishing.
That would work. You want to do that?
Take the next 3 weeks off.
I'm already off, so it doesn't matter.
There you go. See?
That's all right. He thinks he's got a job. They sent me a deal.
Oh, did they send you one already?
Yeah, they sent me a deal for this job he applied for.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna like what I said.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to drive a school bus, Matt.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could find some smaller school buses, we'd love to put those out on the track.
Wouldn't that be sweet? I said if they test on the oval, I should be okay, but maybe not. Shut up, Loader.
Yeah, I mean, with our improvement to the front stretch, we put in all new fencing.
Just for me.
Just for you.
So, Matt, before we let you go, man, what's one thing that what's the most excited thing that you're excited about for 2020?
I think just opening day.
Right.
And I don't, at that point in time, it doesn't really matter what the race is, as long as we get to have a race.
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody needs right now. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it's going to get worse before it gets better, and self-quarantining yourself, or people are just going to be happy to be out of the house.
Exactly.
Yep, I agree.
And you get walked away with just your family, which is great, which is fine, but at the end of the day, you need that social interaction also. And when they finally say, yes, go for it, I don't care if it's middle of May, June, as long as whatever race happens to be that weekend, that's what we want.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be, and everybody will be there.
When is your opening day?
April 25th.
Okay, and what's on the docket?
Garwood wrecking, motorhome race, and hopefully not a family show is Jump Your Junk.
He said, hopefully not a family show, but Jump Your Junk.
No, and you're not taking my motorhome.
Matt. Dude.
That's the thing, is just as long as, we get to open and have a race, And I was talking with Jeremy from Wenatchee earlier today. I know you want to cut me off so you can go on.
No, not at all.
But, we were talking about it, depending on how the schedule falls and how the quarantine is, or you can't have mass gatherings. Well, the issue then comes into play that all three of us have worked so hard, Wenatchee, Hermiston, and I, to have a schedule that doesn't interfere.
That's what I was going to say. That's really, really, I think Jeremy said there was like one event that just couldn't, there was just no way to not step on somebody's toes.
Right. And that's where it's at now is if, any races in April get canceled and they move them to somewhere down the line in the summertime, there's the threat of now it becoming put onto one of
Exactly. I
an
know.
opposing tracks
Right.
schedule.
But if everybody knows that's coming,
Right.
I mean, do you think that's something you can work? It's when you do it intentionally, just as spite, right? You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
we all know that there's no way anybody can help what's going on here, and there's going to be probably maybe some overages. But even at that, I'm sure you guys are still going to all try to work together to do that as less as possible.
Well, too,
Absolutely.
and this is kind of extenuating circumstances at this point.
Right.
Nobody planned on this coming about, which.
And I mean, also, you know, I kind of applaud whoever's going to be first for opening their doors and having a mass gathering in the racing community, because, you know, even with NASCAR shutting down till May, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to having a mass gathering.
Yeah,
correct.
You know, even if you have the largest car count in the world,
the gathering might not be there.
If the people are still scared, and depending on how things go, there may be no crowd, even if you're allowed to have it.
Yep, that's a fact. I just think that we all just need to kind of put the bashing on hold. I mean, I don't think anybody's doing this, you know, purposely. I just think they're trying to do what's best, you know, for the good of the whole, right? I mean, I don't think everybody says, "Hey, we want to shut down every business so we can, you know, screw you guys over." I don't think that's the intention at all.
Right. I mean, you know, that's, you know, I don't know if it was Italy or China that did their mandatory 14-day lockdown and only had doctors' offices, you know, pharmacies open, and everybody stayed home for 14 days.
Right.
Now their line is on the decline. Well, you know, not saying that's what we need to do, but
no, but you got to do what's good for the, you know, I mean, there's a rare few that are going to want what they want, and, you know, not for the good of the whole. And I think this is, I mean, like Greg Walden was saying, you know, you don't want people coming to your track and then going home and getting sick and getting this crap. It's not going to be really good. So,
and then CNN's at our front door saying,
yeah,
Greg, Matt, why did you guys have a race?
Yeah.
When it was CDC recommended. Well,
well, it was only recommended.
Yeah. It wasn't mandated.
Right. I 100% agree, man.
And a lot of everybody's thing is out of frustration with what they're talking. You know, they're all of a sudden everything's upside down and going the opposite way of what you wanted.
Yep.
You're going to be frustrated.
Hey, and before we let you go, what have you heard about Spokane? I hear they may be reopening for a little bit.
I know the drag strip's going to open. I know that. I know the road course will be open for a few events. As far as I know, the oval will not.
You're pretty confident it will not?
Well, that's what I heard too. I heard the drag strip was the big thing, and
I mean,
road
I don't
course.
know if you know, and talking local tracks. I mean, you know, I consider Montana and, you know, Wenatchee, all these local tracks, because you can get there, you know, within half a day, 3 hours. You know, Montana put out their notice today that they're shut down for this season.
Yeah, why did they do that? Were they just? I mean, they only have a couple races anyway, don't they? Or do they run a full season?
No, I think they were the, you know, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any idea why they would call the whole thing off?
Coronavirus, man, it's out there.
So they're going to cancel the whole season, even clear into August.
Oh yeah. They put out the announcement earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, I seen that. I just didn't understand why the whole season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But hey, man, everybody's got to do what they got to do, and they got to do what they believe is right, and we got to support them and still love them and all that stuff. So,
Yep. All right,
Matt, let me just tell you this.
I'll see you in a couple of days at your cabin.
Yeah, man, let's go fishing. But I do want to say, man,
he's in bus training.
The racers over there are lucky to have somebody like you running that racetrack, man. I'm serious.
I appreciate it.
No, seriously, man. They're lucky to have you there. Both you and Luke. You guys are awesome guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I'd love to get over there and do another show live from up in the office. That was awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to call you, and we're going to set up a time to go fishing.
Sounds great, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Love you, buddy.
Take care,
All right,
man.
thanks, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Matt Alexander, everybody. Promoter, GM at State Line Speedway. What a great guy. Rick Terry, what's up, my boy Itch? He was my first crew chief. Do you know that? On the 14 car. The man, Mr. Rick Terry. He was a good one. Yeah, pretty cool. Matt is awesome, Sandy. My boss is awesome. Oh, Bartle, he must work for Matt.
Jeannie.
Oh, Jeannie. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I can't read. I even got my glasses.
You even got glasses on.
I
I don't
know.
have mine on, and I can see
Jan,
that.
yeah, Jan Miller Bartle says, my boss is awesome. Your boss is awesome. You're lucky to have a guy to work for like that. He's an incredible guy. So is Luke Carey. He's amazing. We're going to be back next week. Here's who we got. Do I know? Yeah, I do. We're going to have Loader's going to go to work on Mr. Nick Ben, and we're going to have Mr. Doug Hobbs from Evergreen Speedway on. Oh, you read that, Jeffrey? You read that?
What?
Yeah, read Rick Terry's comment. Thank you. Boom, boom. Thank you very much, Itch. I love that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry.
He bought my car, couldn't do nothing with it, so I had to get it back.
Yeah,
but okay,
I'm sorry.
we're okay. We're okay.
I'm sorry.
But we got we got Doug Hobbs, and we're gonna hopefully have Nick Ben on the show next week, and that's gonna close out our teaser editions. We thought we were gonna be coming after the Apple Cup, but
Might be a while yet, but
Yep.
you know what?
yep. Jesse, what's up? Jesse Brown, what's going on? Tyler's dad, way to go, baby! Thanks for being on the show tonight. Hey, if you guys are over in Tri-Cities coming up the 17th, 18th, we're going to be doing some stuff over there for the go-karts. It was awesome. Join us Wednesday night.
17th, 18th of what?
April. It's the ICP Cup, the opener. On Wednesday night, we're going to have Connor Wick and Gabe Sessler. Gabe Sessler is the new champ for the PGP Winter Series on the Northwest Race Report. Loader will be getting some well-earned shut-eye after a long weekend. So please get on your knees for the Loader and
might
pray
be on
for
the-
his mother-in-law.
Might be on the road again. You never know.
Well, we hope not. But please say a prayer for the Loader's mother-in-law, his wife's mom. She's got cancer, and so we're just praying if whatever happens that the Lord takes her in the easiest and kindest way possible. But man, I appreciate you being here, Loader. I know you're tired and you had a long weekend. I really appreciate it, bro.
Well, late model Monday.
Heck yeah, man. We love you guys. God bless you. Man, just let the Lord watch over you and make all your dreams come true, man. You just got to have faith and trust in him. We love you.
Bye.
Well, that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed the show. If so, please like and share on Facebook. And don't forget to stop by TerryBridgesRacing.com on the World Wide Web and subscribe so you never miss a show. The audio version of tonight's show is now available on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, CastBox, or Podcast Addict. For the loader, Jeff Eden, I'm your horsepower performance host, Terry Bridges. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Late Model Monday, a Circle Left production.